Heroes, welcome to the channel. This is Brandon Ingram here, back with another live stream this evening. So I'm going to be telling y'all the simple reasons why the WWE TV ratings have went down. So before I get started with that, be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and turn on the bell for all notifications so you won't miss my reviews I do every single week. So you won't miss my Monday Night Raw, Friday SmackDown, NXT reviews I do every week on my YouTube channel. So, also, follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitch. Even though I don't do much on there, still follow me on Twitch. The main thing I do stuff on is Twitter, YouTube. So follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like all my YouTube reviews. Like all my YouTube reviews, and comment on them if you want. Feel free to. I would like a comment on all of my reviews from every single one of you, because I know how much you all want more content on this channel. I understand that. I completely have respect for that. I understand that you all want to see more content on my channel, and I believe it. And I've done just that on my channel so far. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, thinking about TV ratings, here is the simple reasons why the TV ratings have. Here's the simple reasons why the WWE TV ratings have went down. Well, the WWE Raw ratings are down due to new talent, but same as the WWE ratings, same thing. Same thing as WWE TV ratings. So WWE Raw ratings are down due to new talent, but will bounce back. That's according to what Vince McMahon said. So again, WWE Raw ratings are down due to new talent, but will bounce back, according to what Vince McMahon said. So here is what www.wrestlinginc.com had to say. Here's what they have on their article, and here's what it says on their article. So, WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon was asked about the recent decline in Raw and SmackDown ratings during Thursday's Q1 2020 investors call. So you want to know what Vince McMahon talked about? So I'll tell you what Vince McMahon talked about. Vince McMahon talked about how the product is different while filming during the coronavirus pandemic, with no audience, and pointed to how there hasn't been much of a change with the blue brand. Regarding the red brand ratings, Vince talked about how they brought up new talents. I not only think, in my opinion, I don't just think it's the new talent. I think it's the lack of creativity, the lack of laziness on the WWE creative team, and I personally think it's the bad storylines that WWE are going with, or putting these superstars in. For example, what's going on with the Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan feud? We don't know what's going on with that. They're not telling us. We're not getting any information on that feud. What's going on with that? That was, and you know, the Ruby Riott versus Liv Morgan match took place on Raw this Monday night, and Liv Morgan was able to pick up a victory over Ruby Riott. And you know, and again, I think it's not only the new talent, it's the lack of creativity, lack of laziness on the WWE creative team, and yeah, I think it's the bad storylines and the bad matches that they have put into WWE superstars in. Let alone, heck, it's the way they're misusing and mistreating some of the talent on the roster. That has something to do with the ratings too, and everything else I said that has something to do with the ratings. But anyways, Vince talked about how they brought up new talents and how it takes time to get these talents over. An investor said, "It's surprising that the ratings appeared soft as of late, with WWE being just about the only live sports content on TV due to COVID-19. And asked if Vince has any idea why this is. In terms of the why, well, guess what Vince McMahon said? Guess you'll never know what the old man said next. He says that it goes back to the product itself. And I guess they said that we are the only, you're right, sports environment at the moment. Sports environment? You want to talk about sports environment? What about these bad storylines that we are seeing so far? I mean, why are they even starting this Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman feud? There is no need for that right now at this point. They need to come up with something else, because that is not going to help the Money in the Bank pay-per-view ratings. That's not going to spike the WWE Money in the Bank ratings. That's not going to, it's not boosting up the Raw and SmackDown ratings. That Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman feud is not boosting up the SmackDown ratings. It's only making it worse. And these freaking matches they keep throwing Sheamus in, it's only making the ratings worse. Oh, and that freaking, what else? That freaking matches they keep having for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles is only going to make it worse. All those things is only going to make the ratings worse. Oh, and that thing about the tag team division, what JD said on his off the script, yeah, that's only going to make it worse too. The way they are doing the tag team division, this tag team division right now is getting really bad. And they need to work on the tag team division more. In my opinion, I think WWE needs to work on the tag team division more. Like at NXT, the tag team division was bad because the Forgotten Sons never won an NXT tag team champion. Oh, not to mention Arnie Lorcan and Danny Burch have never won the NXT tag team champions. Oh, and you want to know who else haven't won the NXT Tag Team Champions? The guy who cuts the best heel promos at WWE, Zach Gibson, and his partner, James Drake. There are plenty of tag team talent who deserve opportunities for titles. The Lucha House Party deserve an opportunity for the titles too. But the thing that the way the tag team division is right now, yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't see them giving the Lucha House Party a push either. I certainly 100% agree on what JD said on his podcast that I was watching this morning. I totally agree with what he said. I don't think the Lucha House Party are going to be pushed like WWE want them to be pushed anyway. Yeah. You want to talk about bad storylines? Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, WWE's going to end up screwing that up. I mean, why are they even doing this storyline to begin with? I don't understand. I don't understand the lack of creativity on this WWE creative team, man. I don't understand why they're doing all these creatives and all this freaking storylines and all these bad matches and all this crap. And then they got superstars going in the ring cutting promos that make absolutely no sense. Zero. And like what JD said on his Monday Night Raw off the script podcast a few months ago, he said Seth Rollins was staring into space like Titus is showing some kind of candy bag or something. What in the world's going on here, man? I mean, but like I said, it's the lack of creativity, lack of bad storylines, man. And you got talent like Austin Theory and Angel Garza. You're just not doing good enough with these guys. WWE. These guys are from NXT. Hello. You were doing good with them. What happened? You brought them down. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Bianca Belair. That's exactly what's going to happen with Shayna Baszler. And it already is. According to what I've been told by my sources, it already is bringing them down. And that's what's going to happen to the Forgotten Sons. WWE's going to bring them all down, and they're not going to get them that push they want, they need. It's fucking WWE for you. They always doing the wrong, I tell you. When it comes to something bad, they're always doing the wrong. When it comes to good, they're always doing the good. Seems like they're mostly doing the bad at the moment. And it's not just the TV ratings that are down. It's Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown as a whole. Both of their TV ratings are down, except for NXT. I think NXT ratings are up. I think NXT ratings are looking great as of right now. But the Monday Night Raw ratings, not looking great. But anyways, back to what I was reading. So in terms of why, it goes back to the product itself and the only reason your white sports environment at the moment. But again, it's a different field completely than in front of live audience. And here's what WWE needs to work on. They need to work on their tag team division. They need to work on their storylines. They need to work on trying to improve and trying to make the WWE creative team a lot better, because the WWE creative team have not done a great job with all these shows lately. Half of these Monday Night Raw SmackDown shows have been garbage. Terrible. They sucked. This week's Monday Night Raw and SmackDown absolutely sucked. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And this week's NXT was brilliant for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to be doing a live stream on why this week's NXT was brilliant. Either tomorrow or later on the night. But anyways, yeah. So the sports environment at the moment, but again, is a different field completely than in front of a live audience. We were the first sports to have interaction with live audience, many. Yeah, that's funny you say live audience, because every time you do Monday Night Raw and the SmackDown show at the Performance Center, there isn't no live audience, for fuck's sakes. You know why? Because of COVID-19, that's why. So many years ago, it was yay, boo, and that's the first interaction. And that's real funny coming from WWE CEO, chairman of WWE, Vince McMahon. Real fucking funny, old man Vince. Real fucking funny. And we don't have that now. Vince said, but we're really doing well. I think it's beyond anyone's. They're doing well? Does it look like they're doing well at the moment? Hell no. Now, he's talking about so they're doing well. Not right now. Not the way the Raw and SmackDown ratings have been. They have not been doing well. They have not been doing well. WWE superstars, some of them, I bet they are feeling completely embarrassed right now because of what they've been through, what matches they've been in, what storylines they've been in. Some of them are probably embarrassed. Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt are probably embarrassed to even be in the storyline together because of what WWE is already starting them in the storyline. The storyline is already started. But anyways, I'm not going to go any further into talking about that. I don't even know why they even still starting this storyline. I'm not going any further into that. Anyways, It's just a waste of my breath going further. They're not going to freaking listen if I tell them they need to scrap this storyline really quick. Because I'm telling you, they are going to fuck this storyline up. WWE needs to scrap this storyline real quick. They are really going to fuck it up real bad. And not a lot of people are happy right now that the Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt storyline feud is starting right now. Well, I'm not, because it should have been on hold. They should have waited until this COVID-19 is over to start the storyline. They should have waited. Nobody's got time to be watching that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really getting interesting, but I guess we'll have to see what's going to happen with this Braun Strowman Bray Wyatt storyline. They're supposed to be having a match for the Universal Champion at They're supposed to be having a match. Bray Wyatt's supposed to be defending his Universal Championship against Braun Strowman at Money in the Bank. I have WWE Network, so I'm going to be watching Money in the Bank very, very closely. Because some of my favorite superstars are going to be in the ring. Some of my favorite male and female superstars are going to be wrestling in the ring. But I think WWE is going to screw Money in the Bank. I really think they're going to fuck it up. And JD can agree with me on this when I say this, man. I think they're really going to screw this fucking shit up. I don't give a fuck what all the freaking doubters say. I don't give a fuck what all these fucking trolls on Twitter say. I most certainly don't give a damn what these fucking people gotta say. Because right now, I'm actually telling the truth here. Right now, I think WWE is going to screw up Money in the Bank, period. Period, point blank. Simple as that. Why they're going to screw up Money in the Bank? It's because of the simple fact that they don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't freaking care. It's, like I said, the lack of laziness of the creative team. I've said this about 2,000 times already. That's why. So, they don't care about making sure their superstar is healthy. They don't care about making sure the storylines are right. They most certainly, I most certainly don't think they care about the talent they have on the roster. And the talent that they actually released from WWE, including EC3, Heath Slater, and Drake Maverick and all them. Don't forget, Drake Maverick was recently in a tournament against Jake Atlas. And what did he do? Lose. They screwed Drake Maverick. Just like WWE buried Rusev. And you know what? The tag team division going so bad is one of the reasons why the Revival left WWE. Because of how the tag team division is right now. Hell, the tag team division years ago was better. It's way better than it was this year. And I don't even understand why the New Day are are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions again. I still don't understand that. They freaking suck, for one. They act like freaking clowns. And they most certainly act like a bunch of retards, that's for sure. I'm just gonna put it like it is. Anyways, reading back to what I was reading about what Vince McMahon said. So Vince McMahon said, but we are doing really well, I think. No, they're not doing really well. They're doing bad, from what I was told. Beyond anyone's expectations. Actually, by doing the show without an audience and everything we do is about the audience and how they react. I can understand. Now, look, here's one thing I respect about WWE. Them doing these shows for the audience, I absolutely respect that. But I don't respect the fact that they are doing this in a bad way, that they are doing this wrong. That they're not giving the audience good storylines that they want to see. They're giving the audience instead boring-ass storylines. And most importantly, boring shows, episodes of Raw and SmackDown. But the way you read them, it says so, the way you read them, in the fun and what you have. So Vince said that they have by coming to a WWE event. So that's really, I think, why we need to be able to figure out ways which we are. I disagree. I think they need to work on the creative team. I think they need to work on these storylines, improving the storylines, improving some of these people, some of these superstars need to improve their freaking promos. Some of these female superstars need to improve their promos. Some of these superstars' in-ring abilities need to be improving. Mainly the freaking feuds and the storylines and the creative team. Those are the three main things that need to improve in WWE. And not to mention, I mentioned this for the second time in a row. The tag team division needs to be improving because it is not right now. The tag team division is trash right now because of the lack of laziness. I've already said this. I'm not repeating it again. I'm moving on. I'm not even going to go any further because they're still not going to fucking listen. They're still not going to refuse. They're still going to refuse to give the audience what they want. I'm not even going to go any further. I'm just going to continue reading what Mitch said. So he continued and talked about the closed set environment of the Performance Center. But nonetheless, there are averages. And we can go outside of the environment too. So we don't just stay there for 2 or 3 matches. You need some relief there in one form or another. So he's saying we're figuring that out as well. Yeah, a lot of things need to be figured out right about now. A lot of things to figure out in the sort of environment. What can you do? And what resonates and things of that nature. So it really is brand new for us and for anyone. Well, first of all, let's go back and talk about Triple H. So Triple H's 25-year celebration. I personally respect what Triple H has done for the WWE. I respect what Triple H has done for WWE, for this industry, for this environment. I respect what he's done, and, I respect that he's put his body on the line for this audience, And something that you all need to take note on. The next 25 years is going to be Triple H's most important year of Triple H's life and career. Know that. So anyways, Vince continued with his answer and said Raw is suffering, not necessarily because of the new environment. Oh, and by the way, Triple H is the reason why NXT are doing good the way they are right now. Know that too. But because of the new talent and the process of getting them over. He also mentioned Brock Lesnar being away right now and said that they do have a new WWE champion, but he did not name Drew McIntyre. Vince also said he believes the Raw ratings will bounce back considerably. So there is no audience, and it's a different show. A completely different show, Vince said. And I think we're going to get there. While we may be able to take this negativity and already turn it into somewhat of a positive, what he's trying to say of a positivity. So you're saying you want WWE to be positive, but yet you got all the negatives that's going on in WWE. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. So, yeah, he said while we may be able to take this negativity and already turn it into somewhat with positivity. So you're saying you're going to fuck up the new talent's careers? Yeah, okay, that's funny. That's not even funny. As far as ratings and what have you are concerned, SmackDown has virtually been no change, very little. SmackDown has been a change because the tag team division is getting bad. The matches are too quick. I don't even know why they shown the match between Baron Corbin and Drew Gulak. That match was so boring. I about wanted to turn the fucking channel so bad. I'm not kidding. Oh, that match was awful. That match was boring. I about wanted to turn the channel so bad. And I feel so bad for JD off from NY because of what he had to watch, of how terrible of a SmackDown show that he had to watch. I feel bad for this guy from his, because I watch his Off the Script podcast. I really feel bad for him, man, because of how bad these Raw and SmackDown shows have really been, man. And I'm starting to see it, man. Like, really. What is going on here with these shows? That's what I'm saying. WWE needs to get it together and figure something out, man. Ugh. So, Raw has suffered, but not necessarily because of the environment. It's suffered because we bring a lot of new talent into Raw. And it takes a while to get those new talents over. So, last but not least, Vince says, we no longer have Brock Lesnar, obviously, but we have a new champion and a lot of new performers coming in. So it takes a while. So that's the reason and how you use those performers in the story or that story or what have you. So with new talent, it's just going to take a little while. I'm convinced through that the Raw's ratings are going to be bounced back considerably. According to what all this is according to Vince McMahon. All of this I read. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why the Raw ratings have went down. That's why the TV ratings have went down, because the new talent, lack of creativity on the WWE creative team, laziness, freaking tag team division doing bad, freaking storylines are bad. That's all the reasons why the ratings have went down. Plus, they don't have Brock Lesnar. That's another reason. I didn't even mention that. Nor they have Roman Reigns. Nor do they have Roman Reigns on the SmackDown roster. They banned Roman Reigns from WWE. It's like, dude, you're 6 years behind with that. Please get that out of here. But, yeah. All that stuff I said are the reasons why the TV ratings, the WWE TV ratings are bad. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I hope you got to learn on the reason why the WWE TV ratings are bad. I told you all of what I could told you about the TV ratings. So, last but not least, if you want to check out the www.wrestlinginc.com, if you want to check out the wrestlinginc.com link, the link is in the description below. If you want to read about why the WWE TV ratings were down, if you want to read about why the WWE TV ratings are down, all you have to do is go to www.wrestlinginc.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I am out. Peace. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live stream on why this week's NXT was a whole lot better than this week's Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. So be sure to tune in for that, because I'm going to be talking to you all about that. I'm going to be giving you all simple reasons as to why NXT was way better than Raw and SmackDown. Before I end this live stream, Once again, you all, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those bells. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace.